As the 20th president of Thiel College, it's my privilege to welcome you to the 2020 Founders Day celebration. Welcome trustees, faculty, staff, students, and alumni, esteemed guests, including Senator Brooks and Representative Mark Longetti. Welcome. Founders Day, a day steeped in tradition and observed since 1876, is a time to celebrate the rich history of Thiel College and the generosity of our founders, Lewis and Barbour Teal. The college rejoices in our founders' vision for an inclusive institution preparing graduates for meaningful careers through the breadth and depth of the liberal arts. Today, we recognize members of the campus community nominated by their peers for their outstanding performance and service to the college. Thank you. They, like so many at Teal, serve the college with passion and commitment. As is our tradition, Founders Day is also the occasion for awarding the Lewis and Barbour Teal Distinguished Service Award. This annual award is presented to individuals and organizations who have made substantial and positive impacts on our community. This year, we're thrilled to recognize the Pittsburgh Promise and its executive director, Salim Gabriel. Like Teal, Pittsburgh Promise is opening educational opportunities for students and developing a workforce of the future. On this Founders Day, we celebrate these who reflect the mission of Thiel College and who contribute to its strength and vitality. We give thanks today for Thiel's founders, for their vision, for their generosity, and for their belief in educational excellence.
Good morning. My name is Mike McKinney, and it is my privilege to introduce Jackie Keychok, Administrative Assistant in Student Life, as one of this year's recipients of the Distinguished Staff Awards. Positioned at our front desk in the Student Life Suite, the smile that you see Jackie wearing as she stands beside me on stage is the same smile that our students and guests are welcome with almost every time they step foot in our office. From that location, Jackie has a hand in helping with almost all programs and services we offer through our office, and she does excellent work. I'm sure my colleagues in Student Life would agree that she is the Renaissance woman of the office, whether it be assisting Monica with beautiful decor, helping Anthony with programming for international students, working with Than to plan the next fun student activity, or one of the many other things she does. Jackie's help, support, and creativity is always valued and appreciated. In fact, Jackie is so good that there have been 3 occasions where there have been other openings in other departments, and I was asked if Jackie would be interested in those. When this happens, I always tell them that I will ask her and get back to them. Then I wait a few hours, and then I tell them she's not interested. Seriously though, Jackie is a tremendous asset to our department, and I'm so happy that she hasn't taken anyone up on those offers. On a more personal note, Jackie is happily married to Dr. Brian Keychok, and the proud mother of her 3 sons, Brent, Colin, and Nicholas, who's currently a student at Teal. She loves spending time with her family, doing side projects using her architecture degree from Temple University, and she enjoys baking, which the team of Student Life also enjoys. Congratulations, Jackie, on this well-deserved honor. I am also very pleased to introduce Monica Adamance, Coordinator of Special Events, as another one of this year's recipients of the Staff Awards. I should point out that it's fitting that Monica and Jackie be honored in the same year, as the 2 of them have become very close working together on so many projects. In her role, Monica is usually the creative and organizational brains behind events like campus dinners, celebrations, camps and conferences, and ceremonies like this one. And she truly is a master in the art of event planning. The combination of her attention to details, positive disposition, problem-solving skills, and the personal creative touches that she adds to above and beyond for all of her clients, above and beyond her clients' expectations. Her commitment and work ethic have truly elevated our ability to better execute on-campus events and attract outside groups to Teal as a destination for their programs. In fact, most guests that she works with take the extra time to send her, me, or President Traverso a note praising Monica for her work. As an example, I will share a few quotes from some of the most recent letters we received, which are common sentiments of other guests. Monica could not have been more helpful. Monica is so friendly and pleasant to work with. Monica made our event a success. Thiel College has gifted Greenville with quite a gem, and I could go on and on. On a more personal note, Monica enjoys spending her free time shopping at small boutique stores, and I'm told many people comment on her beautiful jewelry. But more so, she is known to be an animal lover and for having such a big heart. She currently cares for several pets, and that number tends to grow. Apparently, her reputation of having a big heart is so well known in Mercer that people tend to drop off their unwanted pets on her country property, knowing that she will care and love for them, and that she does. Monica, congratulations on this well-deserved honor. As commonly expressed in the notes we received from our guests, Thiel College is very lucky to have you.
It's my pleasure to recognize David Knopf with a Distinguished Staff Award. As the Director of IT Support and Instructional Technology, Dave manages every piece of user technology on Thiel's campus, which includes over 1,000 laptops and computers and numerous forms of educational software. Dave also oversees the Teal Solution Center and has been very instrumental in building a terrific team of student employees. Through his hard work and dedication, he has streamlined the Solution Center and supports the entire Teal campus with a high level of service. He is very conscientious and is always looking for cost-effective solutions, which of course I like, and is always there to support Teal's mission and enhance the daily lives of our Teal students, faculty, and staff. Dave currently lives in Reynolds and enjoys spending time with his wife, son, and daughter. Congratulations, Dave. Pat has been at Teal for over 35 years. I'm told she started when she was 9 or 10. So. She currently serves as our financial aid specialist. She has been the frontline person in financial aid since she arrived on campus. She has the daunting task of keeping up with the ever-changing federal regulations, and her knowledge of student financial aid verification is exceptional. She is a very diligent employee who is always looking for solutions for students who need additional financial support. She listens and gathers all the necessary information to formulate a solution to difficulties that may exist. Pat is patient, kind, and thoughtful with everyone, and she cares deeply about her work and those with whom she deals on a daily basis. During her time at Teal, she has helped thousands of students file, correct, and verify their information as they make their way through the financial aid maze. This is always done in her quiet, calming way with seemingly endless patience. Pat enjoys spending time with her husband, children, and 10 grandchildren. Congratulations, Pat. Angie Work has been in the housekeeping department at Teal since 2011. She has a positive, cheerful attitude, and it has been reported that she's always smiling. She is very compassionate, cares about others, and goes the extra mile. Her rapport and positive attitude with students, parents, faculty, and staff is aspirational. Angie is very involved with her church, Bethel Life, and over the past several years has actively supported the Night to Shine event. Angie enjoys spending time with her 2 daughters and her grandson. Congratulations, Angie.
As the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the College, I am very pleased to be able to announce 5 faculty awards, so I'll warn you, just sit back, relax, I'm going to be here for a little while. So, and I'm not sure I'm going to make it through all of it without tearing up, because these are 5 fantastic people. So, Michelle Lentz, will you join me up here? Okay. Michelle Lentz is receiving today the Adjunct Professor of the Year Award. Michelle is one of our 2 main instructors for one of our 2 main core classes that all first-year students take, called Presentational Literacy. She also this year has stepped in for the Department of English and is teaching business and technical writing for us, really at my request. Yeah, it wasn't a hard sell. She simply loves our students. They love her, right? I see a couple people back there. Yeah. They refer to her affectionately as Mrs. Lentz, which I think is her preference. She is very active in her community and her church, founded with her husband a nonprofit. She is very active in her children's lives. She is a wonderful member of this community. She is one of my two kind of go-to Greenville people. If I have a question about someone, it's either she or Roberta. Between the two of them, they know everybody, I think. Would you two agree with that? Yeah, fair enough. Probably the same people, actually, but okay. She's simply adored here. She mentions in her commentary that we have in the program that she enjoys a number of things, including Zumba. We hold down, we're the bookends in the front row at Zumba, which I need to be in the front row, and I was in your spot last night. Oh, how dare you. I don't like I know, right? I don't like your spot, actually. I much prefer mine. It's a very, very different view from the opposite side of the room, and I need all the focus. But in any event, she's been with us since 2016. She earned her bachelor's degree of arts in English and secondary education from Grove City College, and her Master of Science in Instructional Leadership from Robert Morris University. She lives here in town with her husband Josh, her two children, Logan and Jonah, and today she brought all of her people, which includes her spouse, her two lovely young boys, her parents, and her in-laws. So please join me in congratulating Michelle on receiving this award. It is my honor to present to Dr. Kristen Carlson, Distinguished Teacher of the Year. If you know Dr. Carlson, you adore her as well. Her students adore her. Even if Spanish is not their most favorite thing in the world, they love her, and they do it for her and because she knows and they know she wants them to learn it. Kristen came to us in 2015 as an assistant professor of foreign languages, and she has been the department chair since the first day she arrived on campus. During her time here, in addition to teaching every single Spanish class we offer, often 5 classes a semester, at very interesting times, one of my favorite things about Kristen is that she so absolutely wants students to take Spanish if they want to take Spanish, that she has these really interesting times that the classes are offered in order to assure that every single student who wants to take Spanish grammar can in fact take it. Okay. I'm deeply grateful for that, and I know that they are too. So she can have these really interesting schedules where Tuesday will be 2 o'clock and Thursday will be 4 o'clock, and it just simply works. That doesn't happen at most colleges, but it happens here. While she's been here, she has been on, holy cow, how many committees? A lot. She's also developed a Spanish minor. She's traveled extensively. She has done lots of different kinds of research, obviously in Spanish. She earned her Bachelor of Arts in Spanish from Rider University and her Master's and PhD from Purdue University. Our paths did not cross there, but I wish that they had. Go Boilermakers. She lives in Greenville with her husband, Chad, and her 2 daughters. When she's not on campus, which is really not very often, she spends time with family and friends, gardening, exploring nature, taking care of some chickens, and she has pretty amazing eggs. And she is joined today with her husband. So please join me in congratulating Dr. Kristen Carlson on receiving the Distinguished Teacher Award. Dr. Ellen Lippert, who's a professor of art and department chair, is receiving today the Distinguished Scholar Award. She has been with us since 2006, and since that time has taught any variety of classes, art history classes, our SEMS classes, first-year seminars, has been an advisor, has done any number of things. She also is a prolific scholar. She has published a book on the 19th century potter George Orr. Got it, perfect. And written numerous articles about him as well. Part of this particular award means that she also gets to give a lecture, for which she will be a little bit compensated, at the Arts and Scholarship Symposium. And I look forward to not only introducing you there, but also listening to it, of course. She earned her Bachelor of Science in Geology and Ceramics from Juniata College, and a Bachelor of Arts in Art History, also from Juniata College. She earned her Master's of Art in Art History from the University of Pittsburgh, and her Doctorate in Art History from Case Western Reserve University. She lives in Cranberry Township with her husband, Doug, who is with her today, her 3 children, Eli, Adeline, and Asher. They also have a new puppy, who is incredibly adorable. What's the puppy's name?
Applejack.
That's right, Applejack. What a fantastic name. And I have no doubt that the puppy already has her wrapped around its little tiny paw. Yeah, should be the case. In her spare time, she likes playing with the puppy and reading books such as Stephen King novels. So please join me in congratulating Dr. Ellen Lippert on receiving Distinguished Scholar of the Year. So Professor Nugent is receiving today the Distinguished Service Award among the faculty. Along with his time in the classroom, he is actively engaged in really all things co-curricular in media, particularly the TV. But he's also been involved in a number of different things in his department. I am particularly grateful for his willingness during the last academic year to simply step into the role of department chair and really all things kind of Pettis related in a time of need. I am deeply grateful on behalf of his students, his colleagues in the department, his college, and of course his dean. And he did a remarkable job, and we are so happy and grateful for the work he's done. One of the things that I most like about Ross is he's incredibly humble. He will not boast about himself, so I'm going to. He's been on just about every committee. Most significantly, the faculty compensation and salary and benefit committee, which is an incredibly important committee, and it's a workhorse committee, and I'm looking at the chair of the committee right now. He served as the department chair. He served as an advisor. To know Ross is to simply like him. Right? His students adore him. You may not know that, but they do. The work that he does with them outside of the classroom is simply remarkable. The time it takes to do co-curricular work with students is wonderful, but it is a huge time commitment. Okay? But I know that he loves it and wouldn't have it any other way. He lives in Wexford with his wife, Kathy, and they stay active with their 2 dogs, who are Australian cattle dogs, and having a Jack Russell, as I understand, the working dog sort of, it's a lot of work, but they are lovely and wonderful, and I'm sure have stolen your hearts, and did from the day you brought them home. Their names are Bella and Bodie, in case you're wondering. He is joined today by his wife, Kathy, and his parents. So please join me in congratulating Professor Nugent on receiving the Distinguished Service Award. Professor Miller, soon to be Dr. Miller, I might add, please join me up here. Professor Miller is today receiving the Distinguished Professor of the Year Award. So what do I say? I have no doubt that my comments will be inadequate, but they'll be heartfelt. Do you want to say?
You're doing well.
Okay, so Professor Miller is a professor of economics and business administration and the Norman P. Mortensen Chair of Economics. He is a 1961 alumni of Thiel College. He returned shortly after as a professor, and he finishes 57 years on this faculty. I know. I'm done. I'm going to keep going. In May. So, one of the things that I love about him personally is he's simply the most positive person. I think I'm pretty positive. This guy is the most positive person I have ever met. The joy that he brings to his world and his people every single day is just amazing and fantastic. And everything he does is done simply with love. So he refers to me sometimes, or actually often, as his dean, which I think is incredibly sweet, despite the fact that he's been here longer than I have been alive. So, far longer, I might add. But it's sweet, and I adore him for it. Okay, but what hasn't he done? Holy cow. 57 years, he's done everything. He's been on every single committee you can possibly imagine. He has taught every single class, I think, in the department. Is there one you haven't taught?
Maybe in a couple of accounting.
Maybe the upper division accounting? Okay, yeah. Probably for a good reason. But, so, in 2016, the college endowed a chair, Professor Miller's name. This is an unprecedented effort by alumni, okay, who simply adore him. Something like, Roberta, and correct me if I'm wrong, 10,000 alums would identify Professor Miller as one of their people. That's about right? I think it's probably a little higher, but we'll say 10,000. Okay. How many living alums do we have?
12, and he's named by 80%.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, exactly, right? Okay, you see why this is hard. Okay. The department, his department, has had 4 chairs in 60 years, and he was chair for 50 of those 60 years. Okay. I am simply in awe of this man every single day. Congratulations, my friend. He lives in Jamestown with his lovely wife, Ruth, who is here today, who also will be honored tomorrow night. And I know that we can't have a Professor Miller without a Ruth Miller. He has 2 adult children, both of whom are alums of the institution, Michael and Joy. And we are just deeply grateful for your work for 57 years, which I know every single day you get up and you come to work and you think, I love being here. Congratulations, and please join me in congratulating Professor Miller on receiving Professor of the Year Award.
Now it's my privilege to present the Lewis and Barbara Teal Award for Distinguished Service, and I'll have you sit because I want to tell a little bit about your fantastic organization, and we'll call you up after that, okay? Well, let's think about this Lewis and Barbara Teal for a moment, though. They were inspired, as we all know, we should know, by Reverend William Passavant, a fantastic Pittsburgh figure in Lutheran history. And they were converted to Lutheranism, and then they gave the initial gift to establish Thiel College. And Teal, reflective of this Lutheran heritage, was from its very founding open to all, men and women, people of all faiths and of all races. And that was not as common as it should have been in the 19th century, but that's what Teal was about. Together with Reverend Passavant, the Teals believed that a values-based liberal arts education was the best preparation for what we now call careers and lives of meaning and purpose. That's from our mission statement. Teal remains a place where a diverse student body together gain this sense of belonging. In this distinctive place, students make lifelong connections with each other, with faculty, with staff, with alumni. And as we take them into this safe environment, they take on challenges as they strive to become who they believe they can be. Each and every day, and with each and every student, Teal remains committed to the founder's vision. Now, the Lewis and Barbara Teal Distinguished Service Award is among the college's most significant recognitions. It is presented to individuals or organizations, or both, who demonstrate exemplary character, continuity of leadership, and dedicated service to our region. The recipients must demonstrate a commitment to the common good above private interests. Today, Thiel College recognizes Pittsburgh Promise and Executive Director Salim Gabriel for outstanding educational leadership and dedication to the common good. Pittsburgh Promise. It was envisioned by a group of Pittsburgh leaders in 2006 and launched 2 years later with a $100 million gift from UPMC. And it has continued to inspire philanthropic support from more than 10,000 individuals, foundations, and corporations. Under the direction of Executive Director Salim Gabriel, the Promise has enlarged its circle of donors and increased foundation and corporate support. Last year, the scholarship fund grew by $4.8 million in new contributions, with $1.2 million of that total raised at a wonderful gala that Teal supported. Since its launch, Pittsburgh Promise has provided more than $141 million of scholarships to support over 9,000 students graduating from Pittsburgh public schools. And that is the requirement. It's for students who have been in Pittsburgh public schools. And among those Pittsburgh Promise students, 42 Teal graduates are Promise graduates. 13 of our current students receive support from, as they call it, the Promise. And together with scholarship aid from other sources, including from Teal, the $5,000 annual scholarship from Pittsburgh Promise opens opportunity for these students to engage and succeed in college. Now, while our students are pursuing four-year degrees, Pittsburgh Promise supports students at a variety of post-secondary institutions: four-year, two-year, public, private, vocational, professional, and liberal arts. Pittsburgh Promise understands the value of educational investments across all post-secondary sectors, not just four-year colleges and not just public colleges. All educational endeavor, if they want to support students to match where they will succeed. Now, we know that communities that invest in education thrive, and Pittsburgh Promise is playing an important role in the revitalization of Pittsburgh and Western Pennsylvania. Its impact on the Pittsburgh public schools has also been significant, with students now striving to meet the eligibility expectations for the Promise Scholarship: good grades and good attendance. And also, most importantly, from my perspective, these students in these public high schools are making plans to extend their education beyond high school. As expressed in the Pittsburgh Promise mission statement, the Pittsburgh Promise promotes higher educational aspirations among urban youth, funds scholarships, and fuels a prepared and diverse regional workforce. That mission statement gets it right. First and foremost, promote educational aspiration, then fund. With those two things aligned, we can develop the diverse workforce that our region and our world needs. And so, please come forward. In recognition of its commitment to educational aspiration, its profound impact on the lives of thousands of students, and its commitment to the social and economic well-being of our region, Thiel College honors Pittsburgh Promise with the Barber and Louis Teal Award for Distinguished Service. We commend the outstanding leadership, your outstanding leadership, and we celebrate your board of directors, past and present, for founding and supporting this visionary organization. As an organization, Pittsburgh Promise demonstrates the power of educational investments in both individuals and the larger society. It opens opportunities to students from a wide range of backgrounds, and it certainly advances the common good. Please join me in congratulating Salim Gabriel and Pittsburgh Promise on receiving the 2020 Louis and Barber Teal Distinguished Service Award.
Wow, thank you, President Traverso. Congratulations to all of you. An honor to be with you and to listen to your stories and to hear about the impact that you have had and are having on hundreds, thousands of Teal students, some of whom are my own kids. Thank you. I've been on this campus only once before today, and that was at Damon Taylor's graduation. Damon, who is a member of your Alumni Association Alumni Board, is somebody that I've known since he was one of my interns back in the day. And I introduced him to his wife and baptized his kids. I'm a Presbyterian minister. Is that okay at a Lutheran institution? And I noticed, by the way, when the choir was singing, a few choir members were moving. I was thinking, not bad for Lutherans. Yeah. Before the program today, Damon and I were having a cup of coffee together, and I said, Damon, you know, you showed up on this campus as a young black male into Greenville, and I want to know what what is the most fond experience that you recall from your education here? May I, Damon? And he said, Professor Miller. And though it's hard to describe him as such, Damon is also one of my kids who lived in my basement for a season. So you've had a great impact on my kids in the past and my kids in the present. Our job is to just kind of run errands on behalf of the people that we love and to open doors and to remove barriers so that all can experience what God has destined for people to experience, and that's flourishing. This honor is received by an entire city that has made a commitment to its kids and is doing its best to remove barriers out of their way. And the city has asked me to steward this trust on our community's behalf. And thank you for taking care of 42 of our kids, and let's make sure you have a bunch more to come. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to join you in honoring some of the very people that make Teal such an incredible part of our community. Thank you so much, and God bless. Let's give him another round of applause. And we have placed citations on your chairs, and we also have citations for the Pittsburgh Promise. And just saying thank you and congratulating you in receiving Teal's highest award, and also for thanking you in just providing opportunity for our kids to work hard and inspiring them to work hard, and just helping them unleash their potential and helping them realize their dreams. Thank you, and I'm so proud to give you this Senate citation.
On behalf of myself and Representative Park Wentling, first of all, we want to congratulate all the faculty and staff honorees. This is such a special event, and congratulate Teal on Founders Day. But also want to offer a Pennsylvania House of Representatives citation from your state representative, Representative Jake Wheatley from the city of Pittsburgh. We so much all appreciate what you do at Pittsburgh Promise. You literally unlock the doors of higher education to urban youth and just change their lives and change our community. So congratulations, you're a model to so many of us, and we join in this celebration.